have some breaking news to go through for XRP right now as the price action is doing something very interesting. So I want to get you guys fully up to date. And if we take a look at XRP's price right now, $3.28 as we speak. So what is this interesting price action? So first of all, we have this wedge formation. After a upward move for XRP, a very large upward move, we've had this quite long period of consolidation, basically coiling up until another breakout. So this was seen as a bullish setup right here. You can see at the lower region of this bullish setup, this wedge, this is where I was opening this position right here that I showed you guys here on this channel. So make sure you're subscribed by hitting that subscribe button, turning on those notifications so you can be alerted next time I do something like this. But guys, after this breakout, we reached a high of $3.64, and then we had our first support break. This is $3.40. We then came down to the second region. How did I figure out that this was going to be the region of support, potentially a bounce? I didn't know for sure. I didn't predict it perfectly because you can see right here that I also had this line, so I don't know what's coming, but from previous history and previous data, we can figure out what might happen. So first of all, we had this first move to the upside. You can see that wick right there went slap bang in the middle of this region. Second of all, we had a resistance right here, a resistance right here, and we had this push to the upside right here. And then on the way up, as we attempted to break this, we saw a little bit of consolidation there, a little bit of bouncing up and down. So that showed me that right in that region was a very interesting point of interest. The reason why it's a point of interest is there's a lot of liquidity that sits there. So we had our first loss of the support, our second move to the downside, and you can see we bounced on 2 days. We bounced right off that support, confirming that there's a very strong support sitting at almost exactly $3. Exact, it's $2.98. But basically the psychological level of about $3. So I'll be watching that very closely to see if XRP can hold that from here. And I do think it will, at least for the short term. So in the short term, what I'm looking for is a break of $3.39 to kind of confirm the breakout here, the push to the upside. And then, I mean, confirming the breakout will really come at $3.60, but to confirm that we're making some new upward movement, we're going to be looking at this 388 region. Now, there's a few different ways you could look at this. You can build a chart, you can build it like that, you could build maybe a bull flag or something, but I think most importantly, what I'm looking at is $3.38 to break. Now, breaking news we have for XRP. Ripple secures US patent for trust-based instant cross-border payments. No full network confirmation needed. So, according to the Real World Asset Watch list here, XRP might slowly replace SWIFT, offering a faster and more efficient alternative. And I guess that this is the big idea that everyone is having. Now, when we jump over to Twitter here, we can see there's a lot of price predictions here. Final destination, $117. You can see just a complete made up tweet here. The crypto president, Donald Trump, shield XRP. That didn't happen. Central banks of the US begin the national payments injecting 196 trillion by August 3rd. And I think what we can learn from this, guys, is let's not put these sorts of price dates on things, all right? Well, this is my opinion. You guys can do whatever you want. But remember, we were talking about this when people were predicting, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, that XRP was going to $27,000 overnight on exactly a date where an exact thing happened. Like this, it's not going to happen like that, okay? In fact, I think XRP is going to pump violently. And this is all to do with the ETH USDT chart and also the ETH Bitcoin chart. So ETH Bitcoin, right now is doing very well. You can see it's actually reversing. You see Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin on the ETH Bitcoin chart. And we have something very interesting forming. This is from a resistance from 2021. And I know some people don't want to hear about any other altcoins, but this is important because when Ethereum breaks out of here, that could be the major signal. You see, we're coming up to $4,000. This could be the major signal that we are going into alt season and liquidity is flowing into the alts. I also like to look at the alt season index, which continues to move up. And I also like to look at the Bitcoin dominance, which does continue to move down. We want to lose 60% right here. That will be very exciting for us to lose 60%. And just look, since this is the 27th of June, we're down 8%. And let's compare that to where we are, 27th of June, right there. So right around here, very similar to where we actually opened our position. Yeah, look how high we've been, 76%, right now 55%. So what was it? A 8% move down for the dominance results in a 55-ish% move for XRP. So just imagine if this continues to drop. It's going to be very exciting. And look at this. Look how far it dropped in 2021, right there. 46, 45%, depending on where you chart that from. So very interesting, guys. So this breaking news right here is great. I don't think it's going to send the price $10,000 overnight, but this could be the start of exactly the narrative that we want, where Ripple replaces, if not works with Swift, as in not as partners, although yeah, but like it's in the realm of what people are excited for, and this can continue to bring liquidity to Ripple and of course hopefully XRP on top of that. We also have, according to this guy right here, you can check him out on Twitter, XRP just broke out of the 6-month triangle exactly like 2017. Same pattern, same RSI sequence, same setup. 2017 gave us a 20x to $3.33. 2025, he is targeting $8.50. Yes, this is a conservative estimate, which I like to see, for breaking up to $8.50 from where we sit right now. Now, I actually think $8.50 is reasonable. I also think $10 to $12 is possible in this run. Not $10,000, not $100, not $500 and whatever dollars, right? $10. That's what I think is reasonable. And I think, you know, we stand quite a high chance of that actually happening. Although, can you stop this? Although it might not. All right, so I'm going to keep you guys up to date with exactly what I'm seeing. If I catch you guys in the next video. Peace.